श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं So 14th chapter, we will see now what is this. It's called Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Gunatraya Vibhaga. Guna means what actually? That Guna means rope, R-O-P-E. One meaning of Guna is quality. Other meaning of Guna is what? Rope, which binds you. What does rope do? Rope can bind you, is it not? So, Gunatraya Vibhaga means classification of the, Guna means quality also. Qualities of the mind. How do we classify this mind? What does it do? Beautifully it is classified, mind. Under 3 influences are there. So we will see now what is this today. Now, they are called, there are 3 classifications. Gunatraya means 3. There are 3 classifications of mind. Classification means what? Qualities of the mind. Or that which binds you. Or which influences you. Or climatic conditions. 3 climatic conditions are there. So suppose, in one climatic condition, if you want to study, you can't study. Because study is a positive activity to gain something. And other climate in the mind, you cannot study. So, very simple. If you know how to create the climate, the necessary climate in the mind, before you start any work, what kind of climate is required for that? If you know, and you can create it, suppose, by your willpower, you will be always successful only. हमें आ गया ना, फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमको किताब खोलने के बाद नींद आ जाती है, the wrong climate. Yes or no? Think about it. Or nobody wants to work actually in this world. Given a holiday, free day, very happy. आज भी जाना है क्या नौकरी? Because the climate is not created in the mind. Not outside climate. Inside climate, you must create the mental climate. So how do you create that mental climate? And what are the 3 climates? What do they do? How do they influence us? This is the subject. 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, these 3 climatic conditions influences our what? Both mind and intellect. The caliber is there, no? The caliber. They are all actually influenced. So, how do you create the climate? That's a big subject. That will come in actually indirectly it comes in other chapters, which we'll study. So, for example, one of the important thing is the food that you take creates a climate in your mind. Number 1. One is one thing, food. One influence is by food. So many influences are there. Some bad people are there, suppose. They will also collectively influence your mind negatively and the climate changes. Very simple by. आपको सीधा साधा कुछ ना, for example, camera clicking. You own camera. What kind of you need a camera adjustment has to be made, is it not? A blurred image. So the lens is not cleaned, image is blurred. Focus is not adjusted, image is blurred. Or on the lens there are dots are there, picture won't come out properly. See how many problems are there. So you have to clean the lens also, focus also. There is a distance also to be maintained. Of what is the frame you wanted to take. All these things. So when you're very clear, you have to create the condition now before you click the picture. Yes or no? Focusing light, you cannot stand against the sun. Think. No, can we create? The question is, who is powerful? Sometimes we are powerful than the mind and intellect, so we can create by force, by sankalpa. Sometimes they influence us more, so much so that we will not be able to do anything. So this is actually fight is there. How do you create? Very simple. In the 14th chapter, Very simple equation is that how do you create or how to create a climatic condition which is required for every work, for every movement. Think. Change the climate, everything changes. Think about it. So you have to change the lens. Suppose I want a picture, clear picture, I want to see. So what I should do? I should use plain glass only, no? Not the colored glass. Or thick glass, dark glass you use. I was driving from Siddhavadi to Amritsar on 2 days back. Today is 6th, no? On 4th only. 5th only, 5th. Today is 7th, 5th only, day before yesterday. Siddhavadi we started. So I was driving, and you know how I drive. So no problems. So road was good, so happily driving. Suddenly I felt my glasses are not so good. So then somebody sitting next to me, our chick from Amritsar. उसको आराम से चश्मा निकाल के दे दिया. Then my speed became from 140 to only 80 or 90 it came down. Why you can't see properly? Then he was joking, Swami ji चश्मा के बिना आप 80-90 पे चला रहे हो. चश्मा चढ़ाया तो 140. Okay. Now the moment the glass is removed, I can't see properly the images on the road. Because the road is very wide and then clear, I can see only patches. So it became so slow and slowly bent forward and driving for some time. Till he cleaned the glass. Put some water and clean it and then put. Again chadaya, then again clear, then I could manage my speed again. Think about it. This adjustment I made for lens. Similarly, can we adjust the mind and intellect? It's not easy all the time. Everybody fails. कभी कभी ना ब्रह्मा जी का भी मूड उतर गया, सभी देवी देवियों का भी मूड उतर जाती है. लक्ष्मी देवी की तो बार बार उतरती रहती है, वो चले जाती है विष्णु जी को छोड़कर. तो विष्णु जी पीछे भागते रहते या कहाँ करके फिर बुलाते रहते हैं. और पार्वती को मूड खराब हो जाती थी और भगवान शिव जी को मनाते यार कुछ ऐसा मत करो, पार्वती ऐसा मत करो. होता है कि नहीं, सुना है नहीं? तो उनका भी मूड खराब हो जाता है. फिर हमारा क्या है? बट वी कैन नॉट से नो, उनको तो काम धंधा नहीं है, वैसे आराम से बैठे हैं, हमको तो काम करना है. तो वी कांट अफोर्ड टू लूज अवर मूड माइंड. इज इट नॉट? दे आर वेरी बिजी पीपल, दे आर बिजियर देन देम. सो दे कैन अफोर्ड टू, वो क्या कुछ काम, नौकरी नहीं है, रिपोर्टिंग नहीं है, बॉस नहीं है, बहुत से कैलाश पर बैठ जाती है ऐसे. इट्स नॉट ईजी नो फॉर अस. फॉर अस इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. कैन यू स्लीप लाइक दैट विदाउट गोइंग टू ऑफिस? नो. कॉलेज स्कूल नो. नौकरी भाई पेट का सवाल है. मैं पापी नहीं कहा, बस पेट का सवाल मैंने कह दिया, बस इतने. पेट का सवाल है. सो मूड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस एंड इट्स नॉट ईजी टू मास्टर, बट सम टाइम यू हैव टू मास्टर इट. इफ यू नो हाउ टू मास्टर इट, व्हाट इज, यू कैन फॉर एग्जांपल क्लाउड्स आ रहा है अंदर, ओ बिकम अलर्ट. अच्छा 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 अच्छा, अभी मेरा मन का जो क्लाइमेट है ना, वहाँ मानसिक वातावरण बदल रहा है. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, बिकम अलर्ट. Then you can study, you can do work, you can smile, even in front of your enemy also. ज़्यादा हंसना नहीं, मार देगा वो बोली. और शत्रु के सामने भी you can really feel cool. You know, climate has to be changed. Think. Anyway, very beautiful chapter it is. So mind works under 3 different conditions, and Gurudev called it as attitudes. Because the climate becomes attitude, no? Because of climate, your attitude is, suppose you know, ठंड के मौसम में अभी नो शुरू हो गया ठंड. Would you actually, do you feel like getting up early morning? Yes or no? Yes माने हीरो was very good. महात्मा बन गया. मॉर्निंग का टाइम क्या पूछ रहे हैं? अर्ली मॉर्निंग मतलब 3 o'clock 4 o'clock उठना हो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, 3 बजे ठंड के मौसम उठ सकते क्या? You don't feel like coming out of the bed. At the most, with the great difficulty, you can open your eyes. That's it. You will not get up. But to get up early morning at 3:30 in the winter season, jump like a spring from the bed. What climate? What climate you need? Very tough here. But we are very lazy at it. We can't create. अच्छा नींद लगती है क्या? नींद नहीं रही है, वो तो उठ गया मगर उठता नहीं. जग गया मगर उठा नहीं, या उठ गए जो जगता नहीं. So this is the problem, attitudes. So one activity, one influence is called, Gurudev so beautifully calls it a master in English, no? That's why he called it as unactivity. Unactivity means not inactivity. Unactivity means what? You are alert. Like for example, those bodyguards behind prime ministers and presidents, they're always they look inactive, is it not? But very inactive, is it not? Alert. वो भी चश्मा काला चश्मा पहन के बैठते हैं, because they don't know whom they are looking at actually. Maybe sleeping also, we don't know. But then alert, huh? Then inactive, no activity, but alert. It's a beautiful state of mind. You're alert. Anybody calls for you for any duty, any action, there is no time gap. Suddenly you can jump into the action because you are always alert. Those who meditate, they are in that state, inactivity. They don't go into sleep, meditation and all. Or too much activity also, meditation doesn't take place, mental activity. So inactivity, calm and quiet. They're alert. It's a beautiful thing. Alert always. Any work, they do it with alertness behind. So this is one climate. One climate. Like alert in cooking, alert in driving, alert in walking, alert in sleeping. Oh, sorry, can't be alert in sleeping. If you're alert in sleeping, you can't sleep also. So, be alert. One climatic condition is called alertness. It's called inactivity or sattva. Clear. Second is activity. Rajas. Rajoguna. A lot of activity. So, there's some kind of a mind is throwing up into different thoughts. मैं जाऊं क्या नहीं जाऊं क्या करूं, इधर बैठूं इधर क्या है, क्या करना है. The mind is active, restless, agitated, not focused. Second is activity. And third climate in the mind is inactivity, tamas. Nothing is, you are not aware. कोई आ रहा है, जा रहा है. Some watchmen are like that only, they are all like that, watchmen. They stand and sit. अब वो आ रहा है जा रहा है वो अपने आप में इसको कैसा छोड़ा अंदर, वो जा रहा है, मैं छोड़ना थोड़ी पकड़ा, मैं वो जा रहा है, मैं तो जाने दिया. छोड़ा क्या, मैं कब पकड़ा मैं छोड़ने के लिए. This is the thing. There is no alertness. Absolutely tamas, dull. So these three qualities, climates, are always influencing us. You have to create that climate. So too much of hunger you have, and you went to school to study. Can you focus? No. Very hungry. Too much you have eaten. Can you focus? No. See? And too much you have slept. You can't focus. And after sleeping so many hours also, very extra sleep lene ke baad, you can't become suddenly active. आंख को कैसे हो जाता है, अभी कहाँ, अभी कब सोए, कल दोपहर, अब क्या हुआ, 10 बज गया, कितने घंटे, मे बी 18 hours, फिर भी not alert. The more you sleep, I tell you, to become alert, it takes a lot of time. If stipulated time जो है ना, उससे सो जाओ, you can become alert. Inactivity. These three climates you are conditioned. But then combination, so many combinations they get. Some 20% sattva, 60% rajas, and 20% tamas. What will happen? Combination. So many combinations are there. So Bhagavan speaks about these things. These in different combinations provide distinct aroma in the character, conduct, and behavior in each individual. Suppose tamoguna is active, can you interact with the boss? Full tamoguna at that time. मैं तेरा बॉस हूं, कब से? कब से? पहचाना नहीं है, वो तमोगुण फुल एक्टिविटी है. Very tough. So this character, your conduct and your behavior is influenced by these three climatic conditions. कहने के मतलब क्या है? We must always try to create this environment. First, mentally create climatic condition. अब मैं पढ़ाई करने जा रहा हूँ, तो किस तरह का माहौल चाहिए मन में, वो बनाओ. देखो, मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ, किस तरह का माहौल चाहिए, डिस्को डांस चलाओ, हाई म्यूजिक. Can you sleep? Can you sleep? सॉफ्ट म्यूजिक लगाना. मैं सोने जा रहा हूं कि डिस्को डांस लगा दिया. होता है क्या? सो यू मस्ट नो क्रिएट दैट क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन फर्स्ट. और मिर्ची मसाला तेज खाया, इतना खाया, बाप रे, अब सो गया. कैन यू स्लीप? कैन यू स्लीप? उल्टा पल्टा काम करते हैं हम सब. Some foods create gas in the stomach also. Can you sleep? No. और 6 बजे पानी पी सकते हो, 8 बजे पी सकते हो. सोने से पहले 10 ग्लास पानी पी के सो गया. Can you sleep? Can you sleep? Can you sleep? No. Why? बार बार उठना पड़ता है बाथरूम. If you are a child, no problem. If you are a child, no problem. वहीं पर बैठ क्या बात है? Undisturbed sleep. So you should not. फिर सिंपल बात, अकल की बात है कि नहीं, बताओ. So create that condition in the mind. Now I am coming to the talk here. Suppose I was very tired, exhausted, and then no, should be alert. Be alert, then you can talk. So these three conditions, what they create? Character, conduct, and behavior. So beautiful. So handling moods of the mind, their diagnosis and symptoms are told by Bhagavan Krishna in 14th chapter. How do you diagnose? Through symptoms. What are the symptoms? Let us see now. जब जब ये हो रहा है, इसका मतलब तेरा क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन ठीक नहीं है. So under the bonnet. Under the bonnet means your personality bonnet. थोड़ा bonnet उठा के देखो. Now Gurudev gives example. Ganga, when poured into differently shaped and colored bottles, the water appears in different shapes and colors. Is it not? Pure Ganga. Right? Colored bottles they are. Different shapes and differently colored. Red bottle, yellow bottle, green bottle, blue bottle. The shape and color of the water is due to the shape and color of the bottle and not of the pure Ganges water. Similarly, our minds take different shapes and sizes shaped by the different climatic conditions in our personality. Suppose you have that ability to see the mind. So the mind throws different colors. Thoughts are all colorful. Some are red, some are white, various combinations. Those colors, they become colorful personality. And you take, for Mahatmas, you take, why put the aura, the white aura behind, the pure, lustrous they are, pure light. Our thoughts are full. Each thought, the thought is sattvic thought, its color is pure white. Rajasic thought, passion, lust and greed, etc., red, anger, and different combinations. Or the thought of sleep, laziness, drowsy, not attentive, dull, black colors. Shade is very dark shades. If we develop such cameras, we can even click the photographs of the mind. All these colors. And different combinations, different colors. And they splashes, like the color splashes. Like drops, water drops splashed, for example, in the water. Similarly, the thoughts splash everywhere. different colors. So color is the identification. Through color I can say, oh, it's a pure color, very good, good thought. You can see the yogis and Mahatmas, they see those colors. And they tell, oh, your mind is not good. What is happening? And anger, anger is an emotion which is a bhayankar red color. So red it is, it will really burn you. It's all not tamasha, it is. So how do we climate these climatic conditions? Mind is pure, but pure mind is there. Something is called mind is there, pure mind. But it is taking different shapes. Sometimes good, sometimes active, sometimes dull. But remove all the masala, 3 masalas, main masalas, becomes pure mind. Add masala, mind becomes changed. So to free the mind from these masalas, unwanted masala, is not easy. While you're working at a desk also, mood off hota hai ki nahi? Especially those who are dealing with customers. They also, customers will dictate the term. वेल भी इंक्वायरी में जवाब पूछते रहो, इंक्वायरी बोलते जवाब देने वाला बहुत गुस्सा आता है कि नहीं उसको, साहब यहाँ से उधर जाना है, आ जाओ 1 नंबर पे, 1 नंबर कहाँ पर है, तेरे पीछे है, मेरे पीछे क्या है, मेरे पीछे तो लोग खड़े हैं, अच्छा उधर आ जाओ, सर कब जाएगी गाड़ी, अच्छा आ जाएगी, कल भी समय पे आया क्या, तो दिमाग खाते रहो उसका, कल आए, जनरली डज इट मेंटेन स्टैंडर्ड सर, अच्छा हाउ मेनी डिब्बेस आर देयर, you can't, you get irritated or not? That's why they keep all the mic always. Nowadays they start mic because same प्रश्न वाला सुनकर जाएगा. Suppose 20 people wanted to ask same question, they're standing in same line. Same question they want to ask. एक बार बोल दिया तो all 19 will go or not. पहले ऐसे नहीं होता था. 19-20 people will ask same question only, and that fellow will get mad. Inquiry में, is it not? Any handling customer, my God. Airport में देखो, the security people, they are also very frustrated. Check करते रहना है वो, कोई क्या कि somebody this one, somebody that, somebody ticket लेके नहीं आता है कि ticket भी scanning के लिए लगा रही, ticket क्या, ओ डब्बा में लगा, डब्बा में scanning में, security check, तो ticket लेके आओ, अरे डब्बा रोको, ऐसा होता रहता है, देखते रहता हूँ मैं, मजा आएगा सबको, बट मूड खराब हो जाता है उन लोगों का, दे गेट मूड खराब. एक बुढ़ी अम्मा माई और विनायक जी थे ना, एक बार प्रथमेश आनंद जी कहीं जा रहे थे फ्लाइट में, तो एयरपोर्ट में सिक्योरिटी चेक कर गया, एक बुढ़ी अम्मा को पकड़ लिया उन्होंने, बोले इसमें क्या है दिखाओ, वो बुढ़ी अम्मा इनोसेंट लेडी है, तो कुछ है ही नहीं इसमें बैग में, सिक्योरिटी नहीं आप नहीं सब घर का सामान ही मैडम, पहले खोल दिया तो परचेज नाइफ्स, वेरियस नाइफ्स होता है ना किचन नाइफ्स का, वो पूरा सेट निकाल दे, सब डर गए एयरपोर्ट में, अम्मा जी इतने चाकू लेके कितने लोगों को मारना चाहते, अच्छा लेके नहीं जा सकते, नहीं लेके जा, शी परचेज वेराइटी ऑफ चाक्स, प्रथमेश इतने चाकू लेके गए, तो they get irritated and she get irritated. मैं मेहनत से खरीदा, लेके नहीं जाने दे रहे हो आप, he said no, लेके नहीं जाना है, बाप रे, should not get irritated. So that time climate of both the climates change. It's not easy भैया. You go to office smiling face and the boss mail is पड़ा है first inbox में, खोला, what nonsense you are doing, भाई मूड पूरा खराब हो गया, फर्स्ट मेल घर से अच्छा निकला. इट्स नॉट इजी टू कीप द माइंड मूड ऑलवेज ऑन रखना. Yesterday, today only I got one good joke in the morning. I can't, if you permit me, I will tell the joke. कोई सब डरते देखो. Permit me? But all joke बाद में कट करना, वही बाद में एडिट करना उसको. हाँ, जोक का नाम हेडिंग है लाइव डेमो. A man suddenly gets his best buddy home for dinner. Friend को लेके गया घर पे. Unannounced at 9 p.m. ठीक है? His wife begins screaming at him and his friend just sits and listens. Wife says, my hair and makeup are not done. The house is a mess. The dishes are not done. I am still in my pajamas and I can't be bothered with cooking tonight. Why the hell did you bring him home at this hour? डांट रही तो क्यों लाया घर पे खाना, कौन खिलाएगा? Husband, he is thinking of getting married. I promised him a demo. मजा है कि नहीं? इसलिए ये मूड ना इज डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल द मूड. आई टेल यू, इतना चक्कर सब कूद जाता है, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो जाता है. सो आवर माइंड टेक डिफरेंट शेप्स एंड डिफरेंट मूड्स. मूड खराब होता है, सबका होता है, बट होता है, हो रहा है, होने जा रहा है, इस आपको जाना है इसको. दैट इज अवेयरनेस. Okay, so now let us see. Now, what is sattva? What is sattva gunam? Pure. But listen. Sutra, listen. All the three gunas bind you, is it not? All three bind you. How come? Even good also binds you. Of course, good also binds you. Good to be used. Like Ramakrishna Paramsa said, if one thorn gets into your feet, you get another thorn. Remove the thorn. Bad thorn in the skin. A good thorn to remove. Afterwards, दोनों जेब में मत रखना. Throw them away. Good thorn also thrown away. Bad thorn also thrown away. You don't keep the good thorn with you because that also binds you. That also hurts you. If you keep it in the pocket, it will prick you. Therefore, both to be renounced. So good also binds. Sattva guna also binds you, Rajoguna also binds you, and Tamoguna also binds you. Very beautiful thing. So Bhagavan says, now repeat after me. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena badnāti jnana sangena chanagha tatra sattvam nirmalatva prakashakamanāmayam sukha sangena badnāti jnana sangena chanagha. Let's see now what is the meaning. Sattva of these, which sattva, which because of its stainlessness is luminous and healthy, it binds by creating attachment to happiness and attachment to knowledge. It's a very beautiful thing, sattva guna is required. But the problem with sattva guna also is, sattva also binds us. How? It binds us by what? Creating attachment. You attach it to what? Happiness. हाय राम, इसी तरह का रसगुल्ला और मिल जाए, इसी तरह का माहौल दोबारा मिल जाए. You get attached to happiness. Think. Diminishing happiness also diminish. First rasagulla 100 marks, second rasagulla 90 marks, third rasagulla 60 marks, fourth rasagulla. और एक समय आता है वो मैं नहीं खा सकता, अरे ये करना ही नहीं, मैं नहीं खा सकता. You cannot eat. भैया फर्स्ट रसगुल्ला क्या मजा आया करके चाटा. अब वो मजा कहाँ गया? ठीक है, हो गया, नो. बट वन लिंगरिंग स्टेट से ना बाहर जाके बोलेगा मैं उस दिन खाया था एक रसगुल्ला, हाँ तुमको खाना है, चलो जाएंगे वहीं. यू आर बाउंड. इसलिए ना जो चाट है, आई नो नाउ आई अंडरस्टूड व्हाई दिस subways are very tasty, because their live worms are being spotted now. You know that live worms are there, crawling worms in subway. Green vegetable. Green non-veg vegetable. अब देखा ना सबवे में किसी ऑर्डर दिया तो वन क्रॉलिंग लाइव वॉर्म इज क्रॉलिंग. But you attach it to same shop. चाहते कि नहीं हल्दीराम या सो भी कोई राम और सरवणा भवन इन मद्रास एंड साउथ इंडियन चेन ऑफ होटल्स. वहीं जाना है वहीं जाना है वहीं. दिल्ली से लेकर के गाड़ी में बैठकर सरवणा भवन जाते हैं खाने के लिए. इतने अच्छा घर पे बना खाओ नहीं नहीं वहां पे खाना है. इट बाइंड्स यू टू द हैप्पीनेस. यू आर स्लेव. कोई बोल. इसलिए एक महात्मा जी ने कहा कि किसी ने वैकुंठ चला गया. वैकुंठ भगवान मरने के बाद ही गॉट वैकुंठ चला गया. वह विष्णु भगवान सो रहा है. वो तो हमें सोते रहते हैं कोई क्या और लकड़ी पैर दबा रही है वहां पे. ये चला गया. ये सोचा कि भगवान विष्णु एंटरटेन करेगा हमको. सब लोग बैठे उनको विष्णु भगवान को देख रहे हैं वैकुंठ में. और कितना देर देखोगे. अब बताओ थक गया कि नहीं देख देख के. देखा देखा देखा. वो तो बात नहीं करता और बाकी लोग भी ऐसा बैठ गए. तो आधा घंटा 1 घंटा हो गया बस इतने इसी के लिए मैं वैकुंठ में आया. कोई मजा नहीं है इधर. अब मैं मजा कैसे करूं. आजू बाजू देखा तो बगल में तेरा दुश्मन वो बैठा है. अबे तुमको किसने लाया इधर करके शुरू हो गया झगड़ा वैकुंठ में भी. जैसे झगड़ा शुरू हो गया नीचे गिर गए दोनों. Anything is a bondage. So you if you are bound to attachment, attach it to happiness. You attach it to दोबारा यही मिल जाए, यही वातावरण, यही माहौल मिले, यही मिले, बार बार मिले. नहीं होता है. Anything, whatever you enjoy in this life, this happiness is diminishing. It will not multiply. But we get attached to happiness and knowledge also. For example, two people who are attached to their own knowledge, just plural I am using, to their own knowledge, they met. One is chemistry, other is botany. तो एक दूसरे को सुनता क्या. ये केमिस्ट्री बोलता रहेगा, वो बॉटनी सुनाता रहता है. अरे बॉटनी में वंडर्स में बताओ, अरे केमिस्ट्री में वंडर्स में बताओ. ईच ऑफ देम आर अटैच्ड टू देयर ओन सब्जेक्ट. अब बीच में अद्वैत स्वामी चला गया जैसे मी. अब आई कैन आई कीप गॉड. केमिस्ट्री को त्याग दो, बॉटनी को त्याग दो. फिर अगेन आई विल स्टार्ट माय ओन फिलॉसफी बीच में. Because I am attached to my knowledge, you are attached to your knowledge. ना बच्चे देखो, बच्चे ना they want to show something to parents. Parent out को दिखाना चाहता है. पापा उसको छोड़ना पहले इधर देखना. Why I am attached to my knowledge. बच्चे के साथ that whatever they want to play, they will only drag you into that game. If you want to know, no ये game मुझे नहीं आता. नहीं खेलने से आ जाएगा. अच्छा यही प्रिंसिपल तुम्हारे लिए लागू, तो चल मेरे साथ चलो. नहीं मैं नहीं आऊंगा. Each one of us attached to our own knowledge. इसलिए जब दिमाग नहीं गाना. Suppose I am attached to science and technology. सबके साथ यही बात करता रहूंगा. Wonders of what do you know? और डांसर के पास चले जो डांसिंग नॉलेज के अटैच्ड है. एंड डांस करते करते चाय लाती है वो. ये क्या घुमा रहा है. हाँ मुझे आरती दे रही है. नहीं एक भंगिमा प्रैक्टिस कर रही है. अटैच्ड. योर ओन नॉलेज, यू आर अटैच्ड टू नॉलेज. इट बाइंड्स यू टू द नॉलेज. आई मे हैव वेरी गुड नॉलेज, but all knowledge is not to be shown. What is required to you, that I will speak. Is it not? But that is not there. I am attached to knowledge, my knowledge. So I always challenge people, pull people. Problem. So attachment to happiness, attachment to knowledge. That binds you. Sattva guna binds you like that. Sattva is good, required. But don't get bound. Second one, sattva, no, say, rope of purity binds us to attachment to happiness and knowledge. Happiness and constant floods of fresh thoughts of knowledge, when gets choked, it brings greater degrees of sorrows to the individual. How? Knowledge is choked. When knowledge is choked, you become sorrowful. Attached to knowledge, but knowledge gets choked in you, it can't express, then you become so sorrowful. Ayyo Rama. Okay? Bondage is same, whether one is bound by a gold chain or an iron chain. What is the problem? I bind you with a golden chain, but you are still bound in bondage only. So, scientist is attached to laboratory, a painter to the canvas, a poet to the solitary places, mountaineers embracing death, etc. are all examples of one's bondage to subtler thrills of life, followed by many hardships and failures, resulting into many sorrows. Swami Chinmayananda ji. वो खाना भी छोड़ देता है पेंटर प्रैक्टिस करने वाला. इनको 20 रुपया दो खाने के लिए और 50 रुपया 100 रुपया दो, वो 100 रुपया देकर पेंट खरीद के आता है. पेंट मतलब ब्रश खरीद के आएगा. See, beautiful examples Gurudev gave. So, don't get attached, Bhagavan says, because life is something greater than this. Okay? Rajas. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi Trishna sanga samudbhavam Tannibadhnati kaunteya Karma sangena dehinam Rajo ragatmakam vidhi Trishna sanga samudbhavam Tannibadhnati kaunteya Karma sangena dehinam. Rajas is passion, thirst, attachment. It binds you to action. It binds a person to action. काम कर, more करते रहो, और करते रहो, और करते रहो. ये करो, वो करो. So many desires are there. स्वामी जी, मैं घर बनाना चाहता हूँ. उस घर में मैं क्या करना चाहता हूँ आपको पता है? मुझे पता नहीं. आप बोलो. मैंने क्या करना चाहता हूँ उस घर में, वो खुद भूल गया. So many passions are there, so many thoughts are there. He gets forget. No, मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ, उसमें स्विमिंग पूल बनाना चाहता हूँ, वो बड़ा एक about 14 by 14 बाथरूम बनाना चाहता हूँ. Why? खेलने के लिए. स्विमिंग पूल ये बनाना चाहता हूँ, वो बनाना चाहता हूँ. So many thoughts. जीवन में मैं ये कुछ करना चाहता हूँ, ये बनना चाहता हूँ, ऐसा एक आराम से घर लूंगा पहाड़ के ऊपर, सबसे ऊपर, और वहां ऐसा घर बनाऊंगा और आराम से रहूंगा. कैसे आराम से रहोगे? बिजली चाहिए कि नहीं? चाहिए. खाना चाहिए कि नहीं? चाहिए. क्या खाओगे? सप्लाई कौन करेगा तेरे को? मैडनेस. आराम से बैठो आराम से. ऐसा नहीं. So many thoughts, so many actions you whip. 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 car. Vikara only, vikar. No car. Why vikara? Because bekar. You are bekars actually. So bekar के मन में कार के बारे में विकार ही आता है. So many vikaras. So many funny thoughts, I tell you. My God, I met an old man long back. किसी महात्मा जी के पास पहुंच गया वो. पहले एक टांग ठीक नहीं था उसका. वो एक लकड़ी लेके धीरे 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 सपोर्ट लेकर के आया वहां पे. अब मुश्किल से नीचे बैठा महात्मा जी के सामने. बड़े बोलने लगे कि महात्मा जी मुझे आशीर्वाद दे दीजिए. बोलो क्या चाहिए आपको? मेरे घर वाले मुझे निकाल दिया घर से. अच्छा, क्या प्रॉब्लम है तुम्हारा? ऐसा ही है कि सारे मेरा जमीन मेरे नाम पे है, घर वाला चाह रहे, बेटा चाह रहे, पत्नी चाहती है, सब लिखे अपने नाम पे, लिख के दे दे. नहीं लिखने के बाद फिर मैं नहीं रहूँगा, मुझे भगा देंगे. तो ठीक है, तुम्हारा जीवन में क्या संकल्प? 80 साल को बुढ़ा, संकल्प क्या है? बस मेरे पास जमीन है, जमीन में कुछ खा लिया और कुछ बनाया ना, खेती की तो कुछ नहीं, जमीन खाली जमीन है, उसमें मैं एक्चुअली नींबू का जो ना, नींबू को जो प्लांटेशन करना चाहता हूँ, नींबू प्लांटेशन के बीच में मेरा एक कुटिया बनाकर आराम से जीवन में जीना चाहता हूँ। अभी तेरा साल कितना है? अभी 80 साल हो गया, अब मरेगा का पता नहीं। We can have so much of some surprising thoughts. But महात्मा पूछा, नींबू तो कब जमीन लाओगे, तब उसको कल्टिवेट करोगे? When will you plant a नींबू? When will they become grow? And when will you in the midst of नींबू plantation you want to purchase your own कुटिया? वो कब बनाओगे? इसके बनता बनते 25-15 साल हो जाएगा। इसके बाद में जो समय बचा आराम से जीना चाहता हूँ। हाँ भाई, जहां है वहीं आराम से रह सकते हो ना। वो उन्हीं का पैसा है तो बच्चों को बांट दो, तुम्हारे लिए कुछ रखो और आराम से जियो, सन्यास होकर जियो, छोड़ दो सबको, आराम से जियो। नहीं, नींबू प्लांटेशन। वी ऑलवेज पोस्टपोन अवर हैप्पीनेस, वी चेज हैप्पीनेस एंड वी वर्क फॉर इट। ट्राई कर, सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज। One more thing I'm telling you, I can tell you now because I don't know the doctor is still alive or dead, or whether he is, what is happening to him, I don't know. In one place, there's some few big hospitals, a very big hospital was constructed, very big hospital like Apollo. It was not multiple, but very big hospital it was in those days. अभी भी होगा, बड़े hospital है। उसको देख करके और किसी एक डॉक्टर के सामने, उसको ऑलरेडी नर्सिंग होम इज देयर, so many patients come there. In those days, I'm talking of 85, 86, his profit per month was 30-40,000 rupees in those days. After चलाने के नर्सिंग होम के बाद आराम से मस्त है, ऑल खर्चा निकालने के बाद 40,000 बैंक में डाल सकते हैं, गाड़ी का खर्चा, घर का खर्चा सब निकालने के बाद। This man was to, I know that he wanted to, what do you call that, like that hospital which is in city, central city, he wanted to construct a big hospital, whipped by passion. And state finance corporation loan लिया, फिर बाद में they used to give notice, and this project was not completing, and he wanted to go where outskirts. I asked him in those days, he took me to that hospital. देखो sir, I wanted to do this, मैंने पूछा ऐसे ही, when I was working in those days, I said sir, you do one thing, where will you get patients from? गांव से? इतना बड़ा माहौल, क्या क्या विचित्र विकार है कि नहीं बताओ। ऑलरेडी कंस्ट्रक्शन शुरू हो गया, बता रहा कि रेजिडेंशियल डॉक्टर का क्वार्टर्स है, ये इनका क्वार्टर्स है, उनका क्वार्टर, सब ह्यूज बिल्डिंग बना दिया, पर पैसा नहीं है चलाने के लिए। और लोग, पेशेंट्स तो आना चाहिए, हाई क्लास पेशेंट्स चाहिए ना, उनके पैसे पेमेंट करने के लिए। वहाँ पे पूरा व्हाट यू कॉल गाँव वाले हैं, हाउ कैन दे स्पेंड सो मच ऑफ मनी? सिटी से लेकर के आउट ऑफ सिटी कोई आता है क्या? विकार देखो, आगे कभी ये सब बड़ा शहर हो जाएगा, फिर बाद में तू बूढ़ा नहीं बनोगे, तब तक भाई तुम इंतजार करोगे। The thoughts which you project in the mind towards future have no basis. You dream and whipped by passion and you start working. मैंने कहा सारे बिल्डिंग बेच के पैसा पहले स्टेट फाइनेंस कॉर्पोरेशन का पहले क्लियर कर दो लोन, न तो हार्ट अटैक से मर जाओगे। So many people tell me also, Swami ji, you must take one car. बोले कार लेके पहले कहाँ रखूं ये बताओ। रोड पे ऑलरेडी 2-3 कार्स have gone here. नंबर 1 ड्राइवर, आपको आता है ना चलाना? अच्छा, अब ड्राइवर बनो। साफ सफाई कौन करेगा? आप ही। पेट्रोल तो कौन देगा? आपको ही फिर करना पड़ेगा पेट्रोल भी। अच्छा, गाड़ी लेके क्या फायदा है? बस कोई भी आते हैं ना, आप ही लेके आना स्टेशन से, एयरपोर्ट से, फिर बाकी। अब मैंने कहा कि फिर मैं पढ़ाई कब करूंगा, बाकी काम? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग यू आर टॉकिंग विकार? हाँ, और कोई कहता है ये कर लो, वो कर लो, ये कर लो, वो कर। डोंट विप मी। इफ यू ट्राई टू विप मी, I will become invisible in the portion, so the whip will go through that body part. It won't touch me. You understand the significance of it? wherever you want to whip me, that particular portion becomes invisible, empty. I'll dematerialize the portion. So the whip will go through that. Meaning I cannot be whipped by anybody. Don't raise, unnecessary passions. Work is there, we do it. But not this kind of projections. तो रजोगुणी व्यक्ति खामोश नहीं बैठ सकता. He gets into so many initiations, he starts so many works and projects at once and he gets crushed by them. उल्टा क्या कहता पता है, मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, मेरे जीवन में बहुत सारे चीज़ सोच के रखा है मैंने और कोई ने मदद करता नहीं, माई विजन इज सो ब्यूटीफुल बट नोबडी इज हेल्पिंग मी, आई एम डेवलपिंग हार्ट अटैक, बीपी बढ़ गया, डायबिटीज भी आ गया. किसने कहा भाई ये सब शुरू करने के लिए तुमको? Are you thinking? So many things whipped by passions and this one. So therefore, see, it is source of thirst and attachment. Effects are, it makes you restless, different emotions, desires and feelings gush into the mind. Desire is our mental relationship towards objects which are not acquired by us. Attachment is the mental slavishness binding us to the objects so acquired. देखिए, जिस वस्तु का प्राप्त आपने नहीं किया, उस वस्तु के प्रति आपका जो अपना एक रिश्ता बना दिया, उसको कहते हैं क्या है? What is that? Desire. प्राप्त नहीं किया. So you made I wanted that करके that वस्तु and you put a chain, एक link बना दिया. That's called desire. प्राप्त करने के बाद you become slave to it. See, it's called attachment. Mental slavery. It's a beautiful thing. So, this is how the Rajoguna binds you. Are you feeling it? But a man, a great person, they do hard work, they great work they do, but their mind is focused. Wonderful. Shall I go ahead? So it binds us by attachment to action. Next one. Tamastvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhihi tannibadhnati bharata. Tamastvajnanajam Tamoguna. What is Tamoguna? Ignorance. It is born of deluding all embodied beings. It binds fast, O Bharata, by heedlessness, indolence and sleep. Pramada, Alasya and Nidra. This is Swabha. Now we can feel comfortable. We are homely now because it is our quality. We are very homely. Because Sattva Guna we can't understand. Rajoguna also we couldn't understand properly. But this is so beautiful. Very close to our hearts. Always. What is Pramada? Pramada means actually inadvertence or heedlessness. Means what? You do repeatedly same mistake. It's called pramad. Bar. Same mistake you repeat. मैं कल भी उठना था 4 बजे, कल भी नहीं उठ सका, स्वामी जी आज भी नहीं उठ सका. That is called प्रमाद. और उल्टा हंसते हंसते बोलता है बेवकूफ हो. सोचा स्वामी जी, सोचा, मैंने सोच रहा था, I was thinking to eat or not, extra piece. बहुत देर सोचा. सोचने के बाद मुझे ये पता लगा कि जब तक ये पीस अंदर न जाए तय नहीं मिलता, चेक नहीं होती, इसलिए खा लिया. प्रमाद। पर कल भी ज्यादा खाया, वो तो ना स्वामी जी, वो मुझे पता नहीं लग रहा है कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है। Some people come to me like that only questions. स्वामी जी मैं बार बार गलती करते रहता हूँ, क्यों करता हूँ? बोलो मुझे क्या मालूम है यार, करने वाला कौन है, तू है या मैं हूँ। तो जवाब किसने देना, मैं और तू? मैं देना है, मगर मुझे पता नहीं लग रहा है मैं ऐसा क्यों करता हूँ, आप बताइए। बोले यार ये क्या, बोले मेरे पीछे पड़े, फिर आप स्वामी क्यों बने? जवाब दो, ये पाप है क्या, स्वामी क्यों बने? Pramada is repeated mistakes. Where every same mistake is repeated. You don't heed, you don't take care. You say चलेगा, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. Horrible. Indolence, you know, alasya means indolence, laziness, postponement, and sleep, the state in which you are in. This is tamogun lakshana. So how does it bond? Rope of inactivity. Now effects are what? Capacity to discern between right and wrong gets wealed. जो सो रहा हुआ ना, उसके पास जाके पूछो ये कॉफी है या चाय है, बोलते हैं कुछ भी हो, मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, तुमको क्या पीना है, मुझे तो कुछ नहीं पीना। अरे यार खाली पेट सोना नहीं, कुछ पी के सो जाओ, वैसे तो पी चुका हूं। कब पिया, बहुत देर हो गया। अरे जवाब क्यों नहीं दे रहे, ऐसा क्यों है, मैं पी लिया ना इसीलिए। You can't discriminate what is good and what is bad. Hallucination or stupefaction always acts under. It provides endless misconceptions, miscomprehensions of the true purpose of life, results into indolence and heedlessness, ever asleep to the noble aspirations of life, no constancy or consistency of purpose, no brilliance of thought, no tenderness of emotion. That is called total chaotic personality. What is that? Climate called Tamoguna. भगवान 17 चैप्टर में कहते हैं क्या खाना क्या नहीं खाना है, क्या पढ़ना क्या नहीं पढ़ना है, कैसे रहना है, क्या करना है. So this is the thing. So be careful. So this will bind you to what? Inactivity. You don't feel like doing. You don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like working. You don't feel like talking. Nothing. It's always dull. Dull. At the most, you are inspired to eat kurkure. No, that too before television. Lazy people. ठीक है? Horrible. Now, no nobility of action. These are the effects of tamoguna. Clouded. Now see, it's a light of intelligence. Knowledge rises from sattva, results into it rise upwards. Rajas is just see the entire thing. Now sattva, let us come first. Don't read everything at once. Light of intelligence shines through every sense organ in the body. Perception becomes clear, increases clarity. What? Climatic condition called sattva. If you create that condition before padai, before ध्यान, 2 रसगुल्ला 3 समोसा 4 जलेबी खाने के बाद और अब ध्यान में बैठ गए, अब क्या होता है? You will meditate on the taste, mixed taste of all this. ध्यान करना है ना, before good sleep you should have an empty stomach. Then you can be alert in meditation. इतना भी थोड़ा सा भी नींद पूरी नहीं हुई या नहीं तो ज़्यादा खाया, जो नहीं खाना था वो खाया, माने all that unwanted food, then the entire nervous system disturbs you and you can't be alert. खाना बंद करके देखो, you become so alert. Come. And knowledge rises from sattva guna, and direction of progress is what? Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha. Bhagavan Krishna says, sattva guna people, they rise up and up above in life. But the problem with them is they get attached to their own knowledge and happiness. नहीं मिला तो दुखी हो जाते हैं. But actually they rise in life. Sattvastha. Madhye tishtanti rajasaha. Greed, activity, restlessness and longing, these are all the symptomatic signs. Mind in extremely agitated condition, rajoguna, extremely agitated. You will entertain 22 agendas in the mind. Checklist 22. ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है. So much disturbed you become. And greed rises from, I want greed, more money, more comfort, more car, more things, more. Whatever you see, you want that. Greed. I used to have the greed of books earlier. Greed of books. When I was studying youngsters, degree college. Any book I look at, I want that. Greed of books. Where is books? Any title inspires me to read. बाद में पता चले पागल काम है. शांत. जितना चाहिए उतना ज्ञान systematically learn. Some people, they are more interested to see new places. Yes or no? They can't keep quiet. पहाड़ के ऊपर चढ़ना स्वामी जी मजा आएगा. चढ़ने के बाद मजा कैसे आता है? विथ पैंटिंग ब्रेथ गो. वहां से खूबसूरत दृश्य आपको दिखाई देगा. बाद में उतर जाना. तो रह नहीं सकता. No. Somebody was waiting there. Immediately, then a great person wanted to help this one. Because he heard from satsang that social service करो. उसके बेचारे जबरदस्त हाथ बना के रोड क्रॉस करा दिया. बोले के uncle, are you happy now? He asked. He said, I don't want to cross the road. Why the hell you brought me here? Jabardasti. Put me there again back. I was waiting there. Are you waiting there? I thought you want to cross the road. फिर बोलते हैं संघ सेवा देख करके देखो. संघ सेवा थोड़ी है ये. बेचारा तो आराम से बैठना चाहता था वो. उसको डिस्टर्ब करके raised his passions and transferred their other side of the road. Very beautiful thing. Greed rises from, and dwells. They people always they settle in the middle only. They can't grow up because something pulls them always. Greed. You can't be free, totally free. You can't rise up. You are not lighter. Like a balloon, गैस भर गया, छोड़ दिया तो ऊपर जाएगा. साथ साथ पत्थर टांग के रखा, उसको बांध दिया, तो क्या होगा बलून को? उड़ेगा नहीं. उड़ेगा तो बीच में लटक रहे हैं. Both like that. Rajoguna. Suspended state. Tamoguna, downwards. गिरते जाओगे आप. So darkness, inertia, heedlessness and all that, they are all this one. Delusion and idleness. Heedlessness and delusion is one tamas. Journey downwards there, result into. Signs and symptoms. Now the question is the way out. Very simple thing. Just as when we sit in the train, the movement of the train becomes our movement. When we alight and stand on the platform, the train moves and not we. Gurudev gives a very deep subject. Similarly, stand apart from the rapidly changing moods of the mind and enjoy complete freedom. How? The moment, become always alert. Suppose one thought is coming, one cloud is coming, like cloud, slowly moving and trying to cover the sun. So cloud is coming in the mind now, slowly. You can feel it. If you're very alert, you can feel the cloud. The cloud of laziness, doubt, suspicion, all those cloud is coming. Now imagine, the cloud is coming into the mind. And slowly, like a flight when it's going, all the clouds come around you and the flight, cover the flight. So the entire mind is blocked. You can see this. You can really feel that. When you feel that, you are really drowsy or suspicion, doubt, sleep, laziness, not interested to do any work. That clouds are coming. Become alert. You become alert, and by your willpower only, you become alert and watch. When you watch, the clouds leave you without painting you with the color of the cloud that is black. The moment you are alert, it becomes a grease around you. The cloud cannot touch you. They just, like you have put a wheel which will not touch that, that blackness cannot paint you black. It just goes out, away from you. Just wait for a few minutes, just be alert, sit quietly and watch. It has to go. And slowly the clouds will go away. Or passion. Suddenly you are studying and suddenly you remembered, let me go to Atta and eat something. Padai karte samay. And mind says, actually speaking, no, it's very good. You must have a cup of that one there. Then only you can come back and really focus on studies. मेरे बाप तो मानो. एक छोला भटूरा खाए, मजा आया, बाद में तुमको नेक्स्ट हाफ एन आवर तक मैं डिस्टर्ब नहीं करूंगा. हाफ एन आवर? वो जाने आने में 2 घंटा हो गया, फिर यू डिस्टर्ब मी. इतना छोला भटूरा के लिए एक आधा घंटा उन्हें कोऑपरेट विथ मी. मैं नो, ओके, आई विल नॉट डिस्टर्ब यू. खिला दो मेरे को. एंड यू आर स्टडीइंग अबाउट, माइंड डिस्टर्ब यू, टुक यू टू अट्टा मार्केट, छोला भटूरा खाया. खाने के बाद फिर वापस आया और इतना बिकॉज ऑफ 5-6 को छोला भटूरा, 2 किलो चना, ऑटोरेट भटूरा, छोले खा के तो आ गए वापस. बैठ गया. मन बोलते अब किताब खोलो, आई विल शो यू मिरेकल. अब किताब खोल दिया, मिरेकल क्या है? दैट इज मिरेकल स्लीप. होता है कि नहीं बताओ? अब जग गए सीधा नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग. एंड बिकॉज यू लॉक द रूम, मम्मी थिंकिंग दैट व्हाट इज स्टडी. Only father saw you through the small aperture of the whole window. That होता है ना वहाँ पे. And he silenced everybody. Shh. Slow आवाज आ रही है. Then only they understood you are sleeping. एक छोला भटूरा का महात्म्य देखा, समझ में आ गया ना? Dangerous. The moment the छोला भटूरा cloud is coming, no, become alert. भगवान बचाओ, भगवान बचाओ, भगवान बचाओ. छोला भटूरा को क्या? बच गया, आज बच गया. अनेक प्रकार कुछ लिया है ना. How suddenly you are studying, not even one question you have studied. एक thought आता है, let me find out from that person whether she is studying or not. Because मेरे को ये समझ में आ गया, लगता है कि उसको समझ नहीं आया होगा. अच्छा क्या पढ़ रहे हो? मेरा पूरा पढ़ाई हो गई. हाँ? Why disturb? खुजली क्यों करना है बाकी लोगों को? देखो, how many phone calls must have come in life for you. फोन करने वाला बोलता है कि क्या कुछ कोई बात है, कुछ बात है? नहीं, ऐसे ही फोन किया. मिला कि नहीं ऐसे फोन कॉल्स? ऐसे फोन किया, अभी रख दो. आप भी किए होंगे, ऐसे ही किया, ऐसे कैसे किया? बोला ऐसे ही किया, ऐसे क्यों किया? फोन रख दो। Disturbed. The clouds disturb you. You are not focused. I am telling my experience, I am telling you. Undisturbed, sometimes the time flies. I didn't know that 5-7 hours have gone. I didn't know. Suddenly I started one day at 10 o'clock with somebody discussing something, very good subjects only. And both of us were not aware of time. Totally time is not aware. We are not feeling the time is running. हमने वो होश में आया, it was 3:30. 3:30. 5.5 hours we were discussing, sitting in chair only. Time transcended. It's a beautiful thing. So, stand apart and be alert. Always होश में रहना है. इसका मैं एक ही आपको एक ही मूल्य, one value I'll give you. Never forget the goal. Swami, you said never forget the goal. It is applicable to those who have a goal. But I didn't have any goal at all. I don't have any goal, Swamiji. Please, don't insult us. Don't insult us. We don't have a goal at all. Life goal है ही नहीं हमारे सामने कोई कुछ. Okay, one management technique I tell you. This is not generally used. It is used only for some people, but I will tell you today. आपको हिम्मत है? पूरी, मैं जो बोलने वाला तो डरना नहीं फिर. ठीक है? How many of you will do? Mentally. Mentally only you have to do it. Try? Okay. Now imagine. Imagine you are dead at the age of 80-90-year-old. You are dead. तेरे लाश वहां पर पड़ी है. सोच रहे हैं? Those who cannot, they can go out. Your body is lying down. I don't know where they keep, they depend upon the respect that you gained by the family members while you are living. Anyway, wherever the body is kept there, your body. सब लोग आ रहे हैं, so many people, and they have decorated the dead body, took it to the cremation ground. And they have bought your body, you are watching all the time. Dead body was laid, kept out on the pyre. So many people came up to, some people were crying at home, about 200 people, or whatever time you imagine, whatever number. Some people, nobody will come. Anyway, कुछ लोग आए cremation ground तक. Your body is lit fire and your body is burning. Over. That life is ended, the body is burning. And around 50 people came up to cremation ground, suppose. Now, they talk about you. Is it not? What you wanted to listen from them? What is it you want to hear from them talking about you? You write down that. उन लोगों से आप क्या सुनना चाहते हैं वो लिखो. अच्छा हुआ, मर गया, दुनिया में शांति, परिवार में शांति. क्या फायदा जी कर इतने साल जिया, बेकार में जिया, सबको परेशान किया, आखिर में भगवान हम सबको बचाया. चलो ठीक है, ऐसा बात करने वाले चाहिए क्या? न तो सारे भाई बहनों को इतना सताया, रुलाया, माँ बाप को रुलाया, बड़े आखिर में बड़े रोगी बन गया, सबको शैतान जैसे सताया. और शैतान क्या, उससे भी ज़्यादा है, वो तो है ही, वो तो है ही, ऐसा बात करने वाले. You know, the wonderful man or lady, they live their life very good. She did wonderful things, spotless character, wonderful. She loved everybody. She served the country, etc., more knowledgeable, wonderful soul, wonderful soul. What way you wanted to listen from the people who accompany you to burial ground, to the cremation ground, when the body, your body is on pyre, write down. If you write down 2-3 paragraphs, that will become your life goal. बहुत कमाया, क्या फायदा, कमाने के बाद बीमार पड़ गया बेचारा, भोग भी बो नहीं सका. ऐसा सुनना चाहते हो? क्यों सीरियस हो गए सब लोग? This will become your goal. बड़े कवि थे, or a great scientist, great artist, great philanthropist, great person, always smiling, and he worked so much for society or organization, wherever he worked, wonderful achievements were there. So wonderful human being. जीना तो ऐसा जीना है. That becomes your goal. So when you become the goal, you remember always the goal. Then no cloud can disturb you. आता है cloud. One cloud will come and pass through you. But while passing through, little turbulence will come. Is it not? Your become mind maybe slightly disturbed, maybe get disturbed. Abhikampa yoga. Bhagavan Krishna says Abhikampa yoga mane don't tremorless yoga. No tremor. Tremorless yoga, he says. Abhikampa yogena. No kampanam. That is the highest state. Even you are little vibrated, little disturbed, doesn't matter. Hold on to the goal and the cloud passes away. Then you can really enjoy freedom. Otherwise, one mind says छोला भटूरा, दूसरा मन बोलता है कि हल्दीराम जाओ, तीसरा मन बोलता है कि वृंदावन जाके वहाँ पे वो मिठाई खाओ, और चौथा बोलता है द्वारका चले जाओ, नॉट दिल्ली द्वारका, सीधा वहाँ गुजरात होना, वहाँ प्रसाद खा लो, या तो साउथ में पोंगल जाओ, या तो पागल है. Each mind, each thought will disturb you. No focus. So Bhagavan says, enjoy. So art of disentangling ourselves from thought processes of the mind is itself meditation. Krishna says, meditate on the higher, who is beyond the gunas, and be liberated from these gunas. Highest lakshya laga जीवन में. Then these gunas, we'll use them. Tamogun required for sleep, I use it. मैं discard it when I use. खत्म हो गया काम, रख देते हैं. जैसे कि for example, mechanic wants so many instruments or not? Screwdriver चाहिए, spanner चाहिए, हथौड़ी चाहिए, बहुत कुछ चाहिए. सारा सामान हमेशा टांग कर घूमता है क्या? नहीं ना. जब एक काम कर रहा है, वहाँ पे जहाँ पे स्क्रू ड्राइवर चाहिए होता, स्क्रू ड्राइवर निकालता है, स्क्रू का फोट लूज करता है या टाइट करेगा, फिर वहाँ को क्या यूज करने के बाद छोड़ देता है, फिर हथौड़े उठाता है, मारेगा, फिर छोड़ देगा, फिर स्पैनर लेगा, कुछ काम करेगा, फिर छोड़ देगा. सब साथ में है, पास में है, but he will use whenever he wants. Is it not? Use them. We need all the gunas, but use them for good purpose. But don't get caught up. And predominantly have sattva. That is will really raise you. In the sattva, you can have as a ancillaries or sub qualities rajoguna and tamoguna. Okay? A man of wisdom knows how to use these gunas during his daily transactions. So Krishna advises, these are not required now for you, or you can read once. Do not hate when the negative moods are present, and do not long for the good states when they are absent. Okay? When negative states will come in the mind, don't hate it. Don't hate yourself. Okay, mind is not good. Okay. And don't feel so proud about good state also. Practice to place yourself above these moods, ignoring them. Show not any concern towards them. Ignore it. वो तो आता रहेगा जाता रहेगा, मैं अपने काम करूं भाई. Ignore. And remain same in honor and dishonor, same to friend and foe. Give up all egoistic undertakings. By doing this, one will slowly become liberated from the effects of these three moods. Okay? So in steps and stages, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are the three moods of the mind. Different combinations of these will give rise to various moods which toss us up, down, up and down. All three bind us to the lower realms of matter, playing havoc with our lives. Attachment to inactivity, activity and inactivity are caused by these three gunas. Any kind of attachment halts our progress. Detached to be the and be the witness to these moods by empowering the intellect through knowledge. That's the only solution available. That's the essence of 14th chapter. So moods, how to handle. ठीक है? Thank you. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki